Hello, and welcome to a new series that I'm happy to introduce. I'm going to call this the First Impression series, where I'm going to play some games. First time. I have not played any of these games previously to what we're going to record here. Obviously, the intent is to get a feel for how the game attracts you, or how it feels right out of the gate. So today we're going to play a game that I've been looking at for a while. It's called NavalArt. Obviously, those of you that have seen my Ultimate Admiral series know that I'm a big fan of naval warfare. And this looks fairly interesting. It looks like you get to build your own ships and then try them out in combat. I'm curious to see how detailed the combat itself might be. There is a similar game where you build your own tanks, and the combat itself is very simplistic. Now, I haven't played that game in quite a while, but and maybe it's been updated in the recent. But anyway, let's go ahead and try this game out, see what it looks like. So obviously the first thing we're seeing here is they want to put us through a tutorial. So right corner to drag the window. Okay. I will say right off the bat, obviously they picked a really nice ship here with the Yamato. But the graphics seem pretty darn good. The water looks incredible. Now, I'd be curious to see how that looks once we get into combat. But let's see. The main menu will load your last saved battleship design. What's the right message? Okay, telling us our armament. $91,000 tons. Not sure what it's on. Buoyancy, length, beam, height, power. Okay. Part count 1,622. Okay. Dock is where we design ships. Please click on the window to continue. Okay. Battle is where you change. Okay. Different enemies. Quick battles. Okay, I didn't even look to see if there are any mods out there yet. This game is still in early access, I believe, fairly new to even early access, if I'm not mistaken. The weather button allows you to adjust the time of the weather button. Okay, that's pretty impressive. Okay. Let's go in and do the first craft. Way you can move it. I think that's a really nice feature. Okay. See the art selection. Okay. By selecting armor. Okay. 16 millimeters. Okay, that's fine. New part. Oh, okay, way down here. Okay, it says click on the cube button, but it's actually highlighting hull. Double click. Okay, so G to change the grid size. Press the X key or the delete key, which is back to selection. Okay, X. Okay. Hit the add button. There we go. Okay, he's going to build the window for us. Or he's going to build the hull for us. Curious to see. Click the warehouse button. Or use the tab button. Once open, double click on. What am I supposed to click on? General duty ballast. Oh, okay. Colors. Engines. What am I looking for? 3-blade small propeller. Oh, okay, it's right at the beginning. Okay. Okay, so navigation is pretty easy. What am I trying to do here? WSADQE. WS. Okay. Looks like it's pretty close, doesn't it? We need rudder. Tab. Destroy rudder. Okay. So I'm curious. Okay, without the tutorial, how would I know where to put the rudder? Please press the build tool. Top. Ah, okay. Now see this arrow symbol on the ground. See an arrow? Okay. The arrow symbol pointing direction. Shipping. It was rudder pointing. We won't need to do that right now. Okay, good. Okay, so they're just telling us that that's the front. Engines. American chimney too. Okay. What am I adding? Okay. So we're gonna add some anti-aircraft guns. X. Yeah, there's a lot of guns in here. Okay. I think it's pretty obvious that getting a ship that looks like the ship, the Yamato at the beginning in this, is going to take quite a bit of work. But let's see. Well, maybe. X to exit. Click the paint button. Okay. Paint the ship. Press E to pick color. Okay. Does Control Z work? Yes. Okay. So your undo is Control Z, which is nice. I can't get underneath there. So I wonder. Yeah, I can't get underneath there to paint that. So I did see. I don't want to spend too much time just painting here. I did see wooden deck. Guess that doesn't work. Wonder how you get underneath. Yeah, see, I can't get underneath there. To paint what's underneath there. Not a big deal. I'm sure we'll figure that out eventually. Yeah, okay. Okay. All right. Exit mode. The save button. I'll click on the test sail to start the test. Okay. What did it say? Yeah, I have. I'm gonna have to go to the tutorial. Okay. W and S does change your speed. Do not know how to change course. Okay. Okay. A and D seem to be controlling our rudder. Enable cursor and click the button above. Okay, let's get out of here. Back to dock. Okay. Back to menu. Okay. There's my ridiculous little destroyer. Tutorial. We did that one. Okay, let's do the battle basics, which obviously we need. Yeah, it looks a little bit nicer than what we had. We will start with press the left control key to unlock the mouse. Okay. Yeah, I think I do find it must be a translation thing. I do find it pretty humorous that they're calling every ship a battleship, which is really nitpicky, and it makes no difference, but it's just kind of silly. The bottom right of the screen indicates the ship's current thrust gear from top to bottom. Forward, half speed, quarter speed, stop, backward. Okay, down here. Really small. Okay. Bottom left and current says ship's rudder. Controlling the rudder, we control the direction of our course, obviously. Left from right. Left full rudder and left half rudder, center. Okay. Got it. Position, please click the window to continue. Okay. Now, left control. You can control, single click the WS key. Okay. Okay, so every time you hit the W, it increases. S decreases your speed. You don't have direct control. You know, like you can't, I guess you can't pick a specific knottage you're either. Okay, so, and then you're either half rudder or full rudder. Okay. The graphics are impressive. Now, my question is, how in the world, after watching me build that destroyer, how long does it take to make something that looks as good as this? This is pretty nice. Well done. Okay. So holding the control buttons in, like you hold the A down, it still only moves. So you have to hit it, move from center to full right. You have to hit it twice. Now I'm assuming as we slow down, we're going to turn faster. Okay, so the controls are fairly easy. I wonder if I'm curious if you can control more than one ship in the battles. Now turn off the engine and stop either by clicking on the engine. Okay. So you can turn your mouse back on and just hit this button here. Oh, well, no, it does not look nice. It's locked. Ancient. Locked. I'll open, press left shift to open. Binoculars? What? Oh, okay. Oh, okay. I was holding the left shift instead of hitting it and releasing it. Okay, that looks like a nice cruiser. Cleveland, okay. In the telescope, you can see the azimuth, target distance, weapon load status. Okay, press 2. Hmm. Okay, so alright, so press 3 to switch torpedoes. Right in wrong. That should leave a mark. It's a lot of torpedoes. Okay. Click, press left control to lock the mouse. Okay. Airport connection menu. Airport connection menu. Okay. Open. Okay. I'm not seeing. Do I have to be? General. Oh, okay. General. So I will. Okay. Okay. Okay, so they're firing automatically. Not sure what that is. I assume these are dive bombers. Just go to. Okay. So you gotta actually click on it. Tactical interface. All right. So what did I? T. Does T get me back out? Not a whole lot to it. Basically, it's so if your mouse is locked to the ship, you put your little white dot cursor over them, and then hit the X button. Not sure who's closer. Fast ship. We're going 40 knots. Even if you don't pick your target, they do seem like they do a good job of automatically picking the targets. And yeah, with your mouse locked to your ship, you can't physically go that high. I'm curious. I'm gonna play for a little bit here. I'm curious to see if they actually come in and hit us. Okay. Actually, let's go back to the dock. Oops, wrong button. Back to menu. Okay, tutorial. That's our last ship there. I like that. I keep hitting options. Tutorial. Hopefully this will show us, okay, Okay. Well, okay, so you can load other people's designs and see how they did it. Okay, that's interesting. Advanced builder feature. Place blocks make it possible to overlap parts. And scaling tool for the basic. Okay. Show info. Okay. Rotating part. The build tool. Select the cube hole in the center of the screen. Okay, so you click on it and then drag it. The move tool and the rotate tool. Okay, adjustable holes. Tab key or new part. Ah, there you go. Not sure. Okay, so this is, there we go. Now try to adjust the parameters of the hole through the right adjustment panel. Easy. Hmm. Yeah, okay. This is a little weird. Is there a way to redo to go back in the tutorial? Let's try this again. Advanced mode button. Good button so you can just a half meter. Hmm. Does info toggles whether to show the parts editing the edit button. Okay, so this part was fairly easy. I needed to have this one. Okay. Not sure how to move that. Length sys width 6. Forward width 9. Okay. Okay, I'm not going to do that right now. Okay. So, what's the last tutorial? Keyboard shortcuts. Home. Oof, okay. Okay. Oh, okay, that's it. Okay. So, let's go back into the dock. So what do we got here? Bismarck. Dunkirk. And of course, the Yamato. Let's check this guy out. See how long it takes to load one of these designs. That's not bad. So there's an airstrike. Can you call in a ship? Well, alright, let's call it. So what our guns are doing here. My guns seem very confused in the front. I guess our guns, our heavy guns aren't dual purpose. So it's just small caliber guns. I will say it's, let me see. It's impossible to look at anything right above you, regardless of the mode you're in. You can only change, as far as I can tell, it's hard to change the camera angle to go straight up. Alright. Let's go back to dock. So I think it's very clear that, yeah, something like this is, that's a lot of work and a lot of learning. Let's put it that way. Let's go back to the menu. Let's try something else here. Let's see. Let's do a quick battle. And we're going to fight against ourselves. Okay. Oh, I have to lock the target. What was the button? R? There we go. Okay, so Z is... Oh, looks like we have torpedoes coming in. I can't remember what button it was. There it was. Not seeing where our shells are going. Oh, okay, I guess that was it there. There we go. Which way is he going? I'm trying to figure out if I need to lead or if your aim. Yeah, okay, so it seems like you need to aim. You need to lead your shooting. is kind of hard to tell which way he's going. I think he's coming at us. No, he's going away from us. Rangefinder destroyed. I don't even know what I'm firing. Does it tell me? I know over here on the right it says 1, 2, and 3. But does it actually tell me what I have loaded? Okay. Wouldn't say that's fantastic, but it's not horrible. Um, okay, so I guess gallery is... I'm not sure. So it's quick battle. What's the difference? Oh, okay. So this is going to take you into a battle. Okay. So that's not what we want to do. Okay, so the battle's just going to put you in a battle with whatever ship you have loaded in the dock, it would seem. I didn't see any mention of how to... Okay. Okay, so we have aircraft carrier. Let's see. Battle test. Okay, let's see what this does. Curious. How do you have a way of launching aircraft? That's in the dock. Okay, so you can pause, you can increase time. Lock target, fire weapon, radar, switch AA mode, follow shells. Yeah, okay, so I don't see anything. It says anything about, anything about launching aircraft. So I'm not sure why you would. Ah, wait a minute. There we go. Okay, so in the tactical mode, where was I? Okay. So today, I can't tell. Okay, so those are bombers. I assume these are fighters. They want to, okay. So we want them to attack there. Can I get him to attack? Okay. It's kind of cool. Yeah. Yeah, gotta be quite honest, I'm kind of not 100% sure what's going on. I think our bombers are going in. But I'm not 100% sure. Are they gonna actually go in? Oh, they're gonna go in. Did they launch torpedoes? They sure did. I don't think they're gonna get anywhere close to hitting. Think I'm telling them to return to the carrier? Quite honestly, I'm not sure. No, we must have hit them with the torpedo. Okay. So I wonder. Well, let's go in. Okay. Menu. Let's go into the dock and look at something here quick. Oh, okay, so. Okay. Okay. So there you go. Um, I guess you theoretically can go in here and hangar, helicopter deck, seaplane. Place all kinds of different bombers, sea harriers, helicopters. What if you can build submarines? So obviously you can build all kinds of different aircraft carriers. They have a huge amount of, I would say, well, yeah, it's a good amount of choices here. Yeah. What's R? Seaplane. Torpedo bomber, dive bomber. R. This is a float plane. F is a fighter, obviously. B-25s. Okay. Oh, okay. Reconnaissance seaplanes. Okay. So I guess seaplanes are considered reconnaissance. Well, anything. Okay. It's just a roll. Reconnaissance. Torpedo bomber, dive bomber. Seaplane, catapult. Okay. What else do we have in here? Corsairs. Italian funnel. Radar. Rangefinders. Okay. Let's load. Let's load our Yamato back up here. And then head back to the main menu. Okay, I think that there's a huge amount of potential here. I'd be interested to see how the multiplayer works out, and or even get a feel for, with the quick battles, how it feels jumping back and forth between multiple ships, trying to control more than one ship in a battle. Seems like that would be fairly difficult, to be honest. Although I guess the ships are auto-firing and auto-targeting if you're not controlling them. I'm not sure. The shipbuilding itself seems hard, I would say, would be my word. You're not going to come in here and design something like this ship here, the Yamato, in an afternoon, especially your first afternoon. It's going to take a while for most of us, it's going to I would think it would take a while to get used to the design aspect of it. The tutorial's got the right idea. Start small, maybe a destroyer, and get a feel for creating the shapes of the hulls. Obviously, naval ships have fairly unique shapes. You know, they're not by any stretch of the imagination. They are not boxes and rectangles or even ovals. They're very complex shapes. I'm thinking if you want to get something that looks this nice, you're gonna have to really, yeah. NavalArt is a good term for it. It's gonna be art. You're gonna have to really put a lot of time and effort into getting better at it. But overall, the look of the game is pretty amazing. It does a decent job in the tutorial, I think. Could have probably used a little bit more explanation on the air combat, but I guess they're assuming that people are going to jump in and just build ships. They're not going to jump right into the naval aspect or the air combat part of it. But there you go. That's our first impression for NavalArt. I think it's early access. I'm sure there's a lot that's going to be coming out yet, and I would think I have not looked, but I'm curious to see exactly what you can find in the Steam store. I'm willing to bet there are already a lot of ships on there that the player base has created. So, as always, thanks for watching, and have a great day.